Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Of course, this is your mentor and friend Hampel Kliman. Today, we shall be looking at a very wonderful, interesting question which happens to fall under the topic quadratic equations, GCE 2025. Now, one interesting part about this particular topic is just look at the marks. It carries quite a lot of marks. That is about 5 marks. And you don't have to fail. You don't want to lose that 5 marks in the exam. So that implies this is a free topic. These are free marks. And I expect that you get everything even as you approach your exams. Now, how do you answer such a question? Solve the equation below, giving your answers correct to 2 decimal places. Let me first of all emphasize to you that whenever you see a question saying answers, that implies whenever you're going to find this particular question, either in the exam or in the exercise or in an assignment, expect that you're going to find more than 2 answers. Okay, that should give you a clue. Now look at this 8C. This is how you find this particular question the easy way. Now, there is a formula which suits this quadratic equation, and the formula is ax to the power 2 plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where this a is actually a coefficient of x to the power 2, and then this b is the coefficient of this x, and then c is simply a constant. Now, what is basically so important is for you to be able to recognize what your a, your b, and your c is in this particular question. So in this case, what is our a? Our a is simply 3. So a is 3. What is our b? Our b is simply negative 11. What is our c? Our c is simply 1. Okay? 1 is simply our c. Now let me make an emphasis. Many people actually make mistakes with this particular type of questions because they forget the signs. Have you seen? This is negative 1. I deliberately did that so that I may be able to show you where many people actually make mistakes on the signs. This is not 1. This is actually negative 1. So I'm going to put your negative 1 there. Okay? Don't forget the signs. If you forget the signs, it implies you're going to get it the wrong way. Now, from there, what are you supposed to do? You've written all your required data. You can now write the quadratic equation formula. So this is going to be x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b power 2 minus 4ac all over by 2a. Now, when you write this particular quadratic equation, everything becomes simple. We just have to fill in now. So x is going to equal to, what is negative b? So of course your b is actually negative 11. So this negative and this negative will multiply to give you a positive. So here you just write 11 plus or minus. Then of course, where there is b, you are going to put your negative 11 power 2. Where there is a, you are going to put your 3. Where there is c, you are going to put negative 1. And then it's going to be all over by 2. What is a? A is actually 3. Now from there, we can proceed with our calculations. And when we proceed with our calculations, I always encourage students that you need to multiply whatever is in the square root at once so that you don't have challenges. So this is going to be 11 plus or minus. Punch everything on the calculator. So this is going to be the open bracket of negative 11 to the power 2 minus 4 open bracket 3 the negative 1. So I'm getting 133, you see? So you punch everything at once so that you are able to get a correct answer. So after I get 133, I can now find the square root of 133. So of course, my x is going to be 11 plus or minus 11.53. Okay? Of course, at least write, you can write 4 numbers so that at the end, that's when you're going to conclude, so that you don't make mistakes or you don't get an incorrect answer. Okay, all over by 6. From there, you can now find your values. So the first value is going to be, so you can say 11 plus 11.5325. Then you're going to get 22.5325, then divide by 6. This is going to be 3 point. Now the question is saying correct to 2 decimal places. So 2 decimal places. So this is the first decimal. The second one is going to be, okay, so since it's 755, I will say 76, okay, rounded off the next value. So this is correct to 2 decimal places. Then you say, or x is equal to, sorry, just put a comma, it's okay. Then from there, you can say 11 minus 11.5325, which is going to give you negative 0.5325. Then you divide by 6. And then you are going to get minus 0.0. Okay, so this is correct to 2 decimal places. Then this is supposed to be a 9. Okay. So basically, these are the values that you are going to get for this particular question. For this, you will be rewarded at least 5 marks, and that contributes to your average marks that you are going to get. So it's very easy to get something correct, especially in your paper 2, where you have to collect as many marks as you can. If you found this video interesting and helpful, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and also share to others. I love you so much.